So I wanted to share some messages from our cosmic family. Let me just check the volume. Okay, good. The Sirians, I believe, because I just pulled some cards, and let me just talk first and explain, and then I'll show the cards. But usually I shuffle on camera, but if I'm intending to do a reading for others to view, but this I was just doing for myself. But sometimes that'll happen where it'll just synchronize with it. So I'm like, okay, these are messages that I need to share. So anyway, not that I need to explain that, but that's just why they're already laying here on the floor. There's just 5, so I just felt called to I'll show you the 5 that I used. And it was a tree oracle actually that was calling to me. So it was yesterday, and I saw them again today, the same pigeons. There were 2, they're ground feeders, so they were I guess whatever little pine tree or whatever happened to be there was giving off some little seeds or what have you, but or maybe someone put some, I don't know, whatever. So they were in the same little spot today, but yesterday I never really see, these ones are really they're not just the typical gray and white ones that you see like in the city, and I don't know if it happens to be because it's more foothills and higher elevation, so it's a slightly different pigeon, or if we just have all different kinds or whatever. But these happened to catch my attention because of where they were. They weren't like up on a roof or whatever. They were right down, just a few feet away from where I was walking, and in the sunlight. So the sun was shining on them just perfectly, where they look like hummingbirds. You could see all the purple and magenta and blues. And it was just like, I'm mesmerized by a couple of pigeons. And I was just so captured by their beauty, because, all animals everything's beautiful, but all the natural stuff that God created is beautiful. But maybe I didn't see them in the sun before, or for whatever reason, they were just so rainbow and iridescent. Okay, so I was just like, took a couple minutes and just observed, and tried to align with the energy, and so to see what I was getting. And so there was definitely 2 of them. I don't know if they were both males or but they were both had the same coloring, very iridescent, like a like an oil spill, the pearlescent, iridescent, whatever. Okay, you know what I'm saying. So there were 2. They were getting a bunch of seeds or whatever on the ground. So I'm just observing the actual, just witnessing. The sun was shining on them. So it felt like very good, positive, the message and the energy. Partnership. I felt like fertility, abundance, because seeds are, they were eating, they were nourishing themselves. So I got very much of like a family vibe, and partnership, and there was 2 of them. So and they were like marrying each other, because they were so similar, with the same coloring and everything, size, shape. So, and just what they were doing, all that. So I was really like, okay, I'm gonna check out. I was really called to check out pigeon medicine, spirit animal messages. So They lay 2 eggs at a time. Okay, so I saw 2 of them, and the females lay 2 eggs at a time. They represent kind of dancing between 2 realms, 2 worlds. And there was a card that I got yesterday, just personal reading, I think, for myself. I don't think I shared it, but it said something. I think it was the dolphin card. Yeah. I believe that was no. I got that's right. I got dolphin from one deck and lizard from another, and lizard's daydreaming, and I already know that one because I had that in a dream. But I believe I looked that up before the dream. I can't remember, but I just remember I felt like this huge giant, and I was like walking as gingerly as I could on the earth, and there's all these tiny little lizards all at my feet, like just the ones you see, all over on the little rocks and stuff in the sun. So it was very like fairy tale, like, because they were tiny little, dainty ginger creatures near my feet, and we were all like traveling together, and I'm like huge and they're tiny, But we were just also flowing together like we were in a dream together. So anyway, it means daydreaming. Okay, the lull. I associate lizard medicine with the lull. Okay, so when you're kicking back and you're thinking and you're daydreaming, you're manifesting. It starts in the mind with thoughts. Okay, so you're clearing out the mental addict. Attic, as in not addict, like grandma's attic. Like dusty cobwebs attic. Okay, don't go south with that. And yeah, for you sickos. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know, the Sirian ancient sense of humor was coming through, maybe. So the pigeons. Okay, so pigeon medicine. And then dog has been coming through a lot. Something about hydropower, whatever. I was watching, like, I think some ancient documentary on ancient ancestors or something, the ancients, and they mentioned something about that, and it triggered me to remember this little ceramic owl here, by the way, that I don't put the little electric light in, so it just has a little hole in the bottom, and I set a little votive electrical, battery operated candle that changes color. So that's what you're looking at. You're gazing into the eyes of the owl. That represents Archangel Michael, the owl, the guardian, the keeper of souls, the protector. So the guide, and that's also dog medicine. Okay, so it reminded me of this dream with the white dog, because when he took me underground, it was just nice, beautiful light day, like on the ridge side of a, hill, like kind of right outside town where you just start going up the hill. So it's kind of like a neighborhood, but there's lots of trees and like a curvy road, and it was like this beautiful hilltop and or hillside, and I remember it was like built into underground, but somehow they had channeled the light down there through, I don't know, mirrors and sun tubes or whatever, and the temperature was perfect, and the moisture, everything was perfect and was clean. It was like all pea gravel, so it wasn't dusty, dirty. And we like went down these little steps, and the white dog was like a white lab, and that's a water dog too, a Labrador retriever. Dogs that my grandpa had those because he was a hunter, so he had Labradors. I remember this lady was showing me around in these different rooms, and it was just like beautiful carved wooden 4-poster bed I remember seeing, and like a window to see outside, but there was no like flooring. It was just all pea gravel, like any water that it would just drain through or something, but so clean, and I don't know how to explain. And I hate carpet. It's like oh God, like it must have been a freaking Draco or something that invented carpet, because it's like as soon as you, it's like cloth covered seats on the bus, and it's like don't people understand, like a million people sit there, or someone who's been, and it's not a judgment, I'm just saying someone who like maybe wet themselves, or it could be a child, a grown up who um, you know had a little bit maybe too much vodka or something before they got on the bus. I don't, but it's like I like things clean. I don't like things to get like. That's why I love stone and glass and metal and things that can't get infected. Yeah, unless it's Morgellons. I think Morgellons can get into, maybe not stone or metal. No, I don't know, man. They like eat the metal and glass. Or who knows? We're not going off on the Morgellons. Did I say Mandela and Morgellons? Oh God. Hope I don't attract any trolls by accidentally saying that. But yeah, so the dog medicine. So I just was fascinated by how it was so natural. But the water thing was, there was like, as we were walking down into the area, the first thing I saw was like this, because we had to go down, what they were doing was taking the natural flow of the water and channeling it down. So, just like a water wheel. Okay, so I just remember, it kind of reminded me of like Knott's Berry's Farm for some reason, because when I was a kid, I went there with my aunt when I went to Disneyland for the first time when I was like 6. And so we went to Knott's Berry's Farm, or Knott's Berry Farm, whatever. But I just remember it kind of had that clean, homey kind of feeling. This was a long time ago, so this is like a dream, the Knott's Berry Farm thing. But it just had this like old fashioned, like the water wheel and like gravel stuff instead of paved with tar and all this stuff. It was just more just natural, like, a little bit of technology, but simple. There wasn't any electricity. Okay, granted it was during the days, but so I don't know what they would have used at night, but I'm assuming they would have had power, because that's what the water hydro power was for. So they had it. I just didn't witness that because this was daytime, but I did, like I said, saw the hydro wheel. So I'm assuming that was for some kind of power source. But this white dog guide, okay, so I was watching this video and they said hydro something or other. Okay, so it made me, so I've been thinking of that dream a lot lately. And again, just I keep thinking of it because I keep getting reminded of dogs. And so one of my dad's dogs just passed. And then I was watching a brother out here. Actually, I'm going to start putting his link to his, definitely his PayPal below, and then probably his channel, link to his channel too. He's got great videos, and he has a wife who's pregnant right now, so he's an expecting father, and he has adopted children. He runs a home for, and this is near and dear to my heart, for special needs children in Tanzania, and also a dog rescue. So I think it's the most recent one he just posted, excuse me, where he showed one of the dogs that he had just had one of their hind legs amputated. So again, dog medicine. Okay, so dog keeps coming through. So anyway, I will put in every video, I'm gonna try to remember, please angels help me to remember, in the beginning and end, or a couple times, at least once, please help me team, remind me to mention, check out the links below. If you ever want to donate to me, I'm not even putting my PayPal link or email or anything. I'm just going to put his PayPal link below, because everything that he does, and just donate it to him. And I'm going to try to do that as much as I can too, because I'm going to support that. And then my local food bank here, who supported me so much, and I have some stuff for them. And so, yeah, I really encourage people, especially this time of year, when we can just, consumerism and that whole game. But so anyway, yeah, at least check out his channel. And then if you ever feel moved to give, and he's a busy man, as you can assume. Okay, so don't just freely give. Okay, don't expect to get responses, and just, if you want to give, just give, and give freely. Okay, because like I said, he's busy. He gets inundated with tons of emails and people being demanding and what have you. And because the scope of vision, right? We're expanding our scope of vision past ourselves. So the reason why Sirius comes up is because as I'm flipping the cards, when the Isis deck, when the card that flipped out of that deck, when that flipped out, what was on the bottom? And I think that might have happened maybe 2 other times, but I know definitely for sure, it might have even been the first time I used the deck, as far as having it on video and sharing it, but it was on the bottom of the deck, I believe, too, or came out somehow. It was a part of the reading. So Sothis, and it's a bundle of wheat all bundled up. And Sothis is the Egyptian, and it sounds like Sophie, right? Or Sufi. Now that's the Egyptian for Sirius, okay? And I'll mention a couple facts about Sirius, or details, but facts, I don't know what these are. But with the cards that came out, and that was on the bottom with all the dog, with all the dog stuff, I thought it was important to share these messages because I believe our Sirian cosmic family members want us to know a couple of things. And so I have researched dog medicine before, because and I've had one specifically, I know, dog medicine, where I just saw a dog in front of me walking me down a hallway that was like on an upper level inside like a barn style house. It was a brindle, looked like a brindle, like big brindle pit bull, and it was leading me. Actually, it was in front of me, so I didn't see it. I just saw its butt waddling. And just in a very calm, so because their leaders are, think of wolves, okay, where they originally came from, dogs, originally are, they're pack animals. Their leader, they're very alpha oriented. Alpha female and male both eat first before any other member of the pack eats. So not just the alpha male, but the alpha female, okay, they both eat first. No other animal in the pack, no matter what their ranking is, do they eat until the alpha female also eats, not just the alpha male. So that's dog medicine as well. Very balanced, masculine and feminine, which is why there's such a powerful leader, guardian, okay, Arcturian, Archangel Michael. Owl shares that medicine with dog as well, as far as the protector, the guardian, the guide, way shower, leads the way, shows you the safe passage to get through something. They're loyal. They never play tricks on you or try to deceive you, or you never question. A dog is like, if a dog's leading you, and it depends, but pretty much for the most part, from my experience, it's always been good and beneficial. And dog will usually come through when you need that, when you need guidance, when you need something to lead you, because you're just like not getting any guidance, maybe inner guidance, so dog will come through the Sirians will come through, okay, to help you with that. So so I pulled the tree oracle first, and I always shuffle casino style, center style first, just in case they start jumping right away. So I feel like I got a good shuffle and broke up the energies. And so I kind of had pigeon medicine on my mind, dog medicine on my mind, and so I was definitely called to pull the tree card first. And European beech, okay, beech, beech nut. Okay, so European beech is what flipped out. And then Ganesha, so I wanted to start off with the tree cards and honor the tree devas. And then kind of go heavier. So the next one was Ganesha, and what flipped out was card 38, which reduces to 11, and that's nurture. And I'll explain the card when I show the picture. So I knew since that came out, I was called to pull the Ganesha card after the tree one, and that said nurture. I knew that because the trees, I'm not too familiar with them yet because it's a newer deck. So I knew that European beech had something to do with nurturing, some aspect of that. Then I believe the next one, well, I know those two, okay, and I kind of lost, I think the Isis one was the last one, but, so the Journey of Love card, it's card 66, coming together. Okay, and when I looked up in the book for the tree oracle card, it was on page 66. Okay, giving, receiving, balance, the balance of giving and receiving. And that comes with being open, honest about what you want, what you desire, what you need, what you're willing to give. And then we had, okay, so that's coming together, all right? And these, I can't remember if that came out first or this one, but these came out right after each other, and then the Isis was the last one. So, and then this is from the Sacred Rebels deck, releasing allegiances. Okay, and that's card number 10. And the Ganesha reduced to 11, so 10, 11. And then we have 66. And that came up again twice. Okay, so 66 twice. So, because of the page number. And then the Isis Oracle card is Talisman of Potency. So charging up your crystals. So especially when we go through a big energetic time, put your crystals in your potted plants or around your plants or where your animals or children sleep to charge them up. Okay. I think they can also help in clearing the energy, but if you're worried about that, you can, charge them up in the sun or, clear them first and then put them around, because it's just the pure energy of the sun charges, okay, just like children or animals, as long as the animal's not sick. Well, if they are, you can put a cleansed and charged crystal near where they sleep at night. So, or after your child takes a bath, you can put the crystals in there to cleanse and again absorb pure light, because children radiate so much light, have so much pure energy. They're natural crystal children. Hello. So now I want to show you guys these because it goes with the message, the visual stuff here. So well, a couple. This one's pretty self-explanatory with the charging the talisman. And now that our energy is getting more pure, we can start doing more things like that, like, you know, charging up talisman, or things that you make, artwork, any kind of, it doesn't matter if it's 3-dimensional, 2-dimensional art. It could be, you can charge your words. Okay, words can charge up your body, or whatever, you know, get that chi flowing. So, okay, so now I'm gonna, let's see how I'm gonna angle this here. Yeah, let me just giving you some background to look at. Yeah, the son's in his room on a timeout because he wanted to be little piggy over chocolate, and he won't give up. You know those Lyrans. Insatiable appetite, and they never shut up! But they have hearts of gold, and they can manifest like mother. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna have to turn the light on. I have to check on the battery, because if this gets low, what is it at? Hold on, let me do something real quick. There we go. Just in case I want to play computer flop or something. Not warn me that it's getting low, or give me any kind of... Alright. So. Now. Okay, let me get this back here. Hold on. So this was the first one that flipped out. Beech nuts. Beach. I thought there was a bee on there, wasn't there? No, I guess that's... Oh, there's some blossoms. Yeah, maybe that was the other one. Or maybe it looked like a bee. That looks like a feather, though, right there, a blue feather. So, basically, this overall message was sustenance, provision. Not abundance and glitz and glamour and neon flashing lights that leave you hungry. This is sustenance. This is the thing that sustains you, provides for you. It's just maintenance, bare bones, not anything spectacular, but it's the thing that gets you through. It's like God, okay? Sustenance. The spirit. When nothing else will do, go with the good, benevolent, compassionate black goo. I'm just trying to write whatever. It's not okay. It wasn't from the angels. It wasn't supposed to be spectacular. Okay. Okay. So, but when I wasn't gonna really pay too much attention to the top or bottom card, but when I saw the yin yang. Now, that's the white mulberry, and very interesting. I just went to the grocery store today, and I was gonna put that on the list. I gotta go back and get some other stuff, but So I'm going to put that on the list. And I was like, oh yeah, get some superfoods, but I didn't write it down. But I thought of this specifically because they have some good organic white mulberries, dried mulberries, like the berries. Okay, they're really good too. And so it's interesting that this is on the bottom, and then here's the yin yang. Okay, and then this was the Journey of Love card that came out, and these all shot out, and it's like just what I was talking about too. It's like releasing to come together. It's like you have to release allegiance and alliances with everything, people, false belief systems. Okay, so this has, see, the bee, the hive mentality. Okay, that's what keeps her asleep and all constricted. See how she's all constricted? Asleep. But she's been stripped naked. That means of her allegiances too, except for to God. See, the only color is on her is gold. Those gold, I don't know if it's coming up very well, the color, but the only actual color on here, this is all, it's all black and white. And she looks like a Nubian queen with the features, beautiful. And it's 10, like a perfect 10, you and God. Okay, that's when you're at 0 point, just you and God. Everything fades away. Even the self, all your alliance, so even the allegiance and alliance to your former self. Okay, you don't even have an alliance or allegiance, any obligation to your former self. Do you think you have one to anybody else? The hell no. God, that's it, the one who created you. That's why the only color on her is gold. And it see how it's like slave bracelets kind of almost, you know what I mean? But good, yeah, because we have to know who our true master is, the one we serve, the Most High, the golden God, the one of love. Okay, not this hive mentality, you know, the ones who want to get you to conform and be like everybody else and shut down, close your eyes, go to sleep, curl up in a ball, fade away, disappear, shut up, forget who you are. Don't awaken, because that might spark others to do the same thing. So releasing alliances so that you can become your own vortex of wholeness, and then you attract another who's the same. And almost looks like a face, especially in that one right there. Okay, that's that double vortex. That's when that third energy is created, that binary system. The Khazars, the Kets, moon stars and Khazars and shit. Okay, and the Khazars are the Qatars. And that's the Native American tribe. Okay. The more, Japheth. Or Japheth, okay? More Asian. So, stars, Quasar, Qatar, well, Khazarians, okay, well, we're not going down that road, but... Now, Qatar, that doesn't necessarily... Now, when we have names for tribes and stuff, that doesn't mean that's what they call themselves, okay? There's, you know... Some might have, you know, like, their, true name, and others it's, you know, been lost because, you know, they changed the names all up. Just like my last name, Weber, which is Eber, okay, from Eber, son of Shem, but they've so many different versions because all the languages have just... But God allowed it, so, anyway, okay, and white mulberry, oh, that had a bee on it, right here. And of course, because, you know, berries. So, oh, I'm going to get some of those now. So, sustenance, nurture. Now, and look at the This is kind of has like a little bit of a mossy kind of a film over it, kind of, so it has like a light green, lime green, what they call spring green. Now, I don't know if it's going to pick up on this card, but she has like these little, yeah, it's so hard to tell. But she has these little white pieces coming out of white light, like a little triangle, like a crown kind of aura. I don't know if that camera's going to pick it up. But, so he does too, but hers is in white, but it's on white, so it's hard to see it. And his is kind of like golden, because that's what green is. It's like, it starts out as golden, really. Spring green is almost not green at all. It's almost totally yellow. Just like the sun. And that spring green starts out this color, so just like this little baby, okay? Spring green. It's filled with so much golden light. It's like white and then gold and then green. And the white, of course, comes from the black, the divine womb. Okay, so it goes black, white, green, and gold. These are where we start, green and gold. And the red. So these are very important. Red, gold, and green. Red, gold, and green. Those are very, very much colors of the earth, direct spirit into form, because of the red of the flesh, okay? The white is the pure spirit, and that in form would be the red, the blood, okay? This is intangible matter, this is in the ether, okay, the light. But when it's expressed in matter and form, it's red, it's gold, it's green. And then you have the beautiful blue sky and waters. And 38, 3 and 8, that's Christ consciousness right there. Oh, look at little baby Jesus. The Virgin Mary and baby Jesus. And that reduces to 11, so all those three numbers, okay, all have to do with, okay, so this is sustenance. This is nurture. So coming into this abyss, this balance from releasing these alliances within and out of the mind, of everything, okay? By doing that, we're going to be able to now form true connections. Reconnect our own neural pathways and all that, okay? Blossoming into our true form of who we truly are. Not part of a hive mentality or any belief system, no matter how new age, edgy, whatever we may think it appears to be. How is it manifesting in your life, though? Are your thoughts changing and becoming more pure? Are you reacting the same way you used to? Do you feel the same way about things you used to? Are you, right, this letting go, detaching, so that we can truly connect. Is that it? Oh yeah, that's 66. So does that say coming together? Oh yeah, coming together. I don't know. It looks like, little 6s and 9s look like little paisleys. You know what paisleys are? Paisley, I used to love Paisley. I still love Paisley. Who am I kidding? So when they, so when the Journey of Love card, the coming out, or the coming together, coming out of the cosmic spiritual closet, so this is the Journey of Love deck. This was on the bottom, and see how it goes with the Sacred Rebels 1, 2. And this says Hidden Beauty. Okay, and that's a 9, which is like you're about ready to blossom, that they're at completion, bloom. Bloom, baby, bloom! So those just went together, just the visual of that. Oh, and this is 6. And this is on, and I've gotten this card a few times. So Angel of Jupiter, and Sagittarius energy is crazy right now. There's this new shop downtown, and it's got it's called something Cabal. It's just got like zodiac like cute shirts and stuff. But anyway, they had the Sagittarius one in the window, and it was so cute. Gray with black print. So anyway, yeah, Leo King. I think, was it last night I watched it? I can't remember what day he posted it. It was a couple days ago, I think. But all the little Sag arrows that were all lined up in summer, I'm like, oh yeah. And I got Scorp, Sag, Cusp, Rising, Venus, and Neptune in Sag. So a lot of Sag energy. So here's another 6. Okay, so Jupiter rules Sagittarius. That's why I'm talking about Sag. And I want to talk about myself for a second. What? Sue me. I'm releasing allegiances. So, oh, and that's just like red, gold, and green. Look at the colors. Oh, hello! I didn't ever say, oh, the golden spiral 5. A little bit of red in there. Red, gold, and green, baby. And it kind of looks like an eye, right? For being born anew. The Anu. Yes, so. And then. Oh, and then, yeah, just show you this card. See how she's very straight, dead on, very symmetrical, balanced, very sure-footed. Throat chakra, I'm feeling like, yeah, Laren is coming in too, because the lion card from the last shamanic, the animal cards that I pulled, that I shared, the lion came out. 7 of Wands has been coming out. There was something... charging sacred objects of power. Yeah, just that, the power of the word, the spoken word. So Laren, definitely, they're those damn pushy Leos, right? They push their freaking way into everything. No, just kidding. We love them. It's like Leo, Virgo, Central with this Capricorn, Sag, Scorpio, Cusp, Rising with the Cancer Moon. Jeez, sandwiches. Oh, now I'm thinking of funny movies that I've seen a million times. Freddy. Cheese sandwiches. There was, I knew I was forgetting something. I'm like, there was something about the Isis deck, the biggest thing I wanted to share. Gosh. Okay, so this was on the bottom when that card flipped out, the Talisman of Potency. And as you can see, okay, Sothis, okay, that's Sirius, the star, the dog star. Okay, so dog medicine, Sothis. Okay, so that's why I'm sharing this, because it was just so synchronized. There's the bundle of wheat. 7 of Pentacles has been coming out quite a bit too, like harvest time, time to gather up your golden grain and just see the bounty that is you. Stellar blessings of the celestial goddess of abundance. So not just what sustains you, sustenance nurtures you, okay? And then when you feel nurtured, You're open, and all those sixes, right? You're open to giving and receiving, and engaging in this flow of abundance. Because you're cosmic. I mean, how can that not be abundant? You're in all the cosmos, and all the cosmos are in you. And then the top one, yeah, Divine Sun Child. That's come up before too. So that was a top card. And it's funny. I just mentioned the Leo King, and doesn't that kind of look like him a little bit? Like the features, like right there, that part. Anyway, so he looks Hebrew, doesn't he? My uncle. He's got like the same exact features as my uncle. Blessings of the Sun Falcon, and Falcon is one of my main totems, besides the crested blue, and of course the raven. Now Pigeon. So, and that's perfect for this new year coming up. It's a 2-year. So we're bringing all of the pieces of ourselves together. No more going back and forth, constricting, hiding, and then coming back. It's like when you release these alliances, they're gone. They're dead, baby. And when you come together with these new forces, that's you locked. You're bound by God. Right? Those golden bracelets. And God's the thing. God is the force that sustains us, that nurtures us. Mother, Father, God. Masculine, feminine. Nothing would exist without the perfect balance and harmony of that. Okay? Not one just a little bit has a little bit more say-so in the matter than the other. Nope, sorry. You will be destroyed. That's all crumbling. It's perfect, harmonious balance, because that's nature. That's what she nurtures and sustains, and you will be nurtured and sustained if you are aligned with that. Okay? And that's what this 2-year coming, there's no more split personality of going back and forth of this or that. It's like you come into the new you of who you are, and you let that old one goodbye, and it's gone. It's dead, baby. 6 feet under. Okay? Or cremated or mummified. Not even mummified. We ain't going back to that shit. Burn that shit up. Alright? Cremation. Cremation. Now, Sothis, so Sirius, dog star, dog medicine coming through heavy. Pigeon medicine, the power of mother, the divine mother, the earth, okay? Coming together with self, coming together with our cosmic family, coming together with the forces of nature. Aligning with our power. Okay, and especially the power of the word spoken through the throat chakra. This is very important in this that has, okay, partnership, think communication. It's big. Big. In the last reading that was coming through, big. Huge. So, let's see. If there's anything else I wanted to share here. Okay, well, in the Sacred Rebels deck, when that card flipped out, this was the bottom one. Against the grain. And that's a 4. Okay? Against the grain. That's supported by Mother Nature. See, it's a 4. It's balanced. It's supported by the angels. It's supported by the earth. 4 is the number of the earth. 13 and 4 and 2. Because partnership. So you have to be your unique self. Going against the grain, not of nature and of God, going against the grain of all these systems that have been put upon you. So see, again, naked. We keep getting these, just shedding, letting go, everything. Anything that's holding you back, keeping you from being your most aerodynamic self, but it's in the water, but I don't know the word for water dynamic. Maybe that's the word. Or words. Oh, and there's tons of birds. Yeah, it's almost as if all these are like little aspects of herself that she's releasing. All these little birds, okay? Letting them go, freeing them with love, okay? And when you do that, it can be a beautiful thing. See, they're not big, dark demons, but they're things that she needs to let go. So I release you with love. You're no longer a part of me, so I don't need to be afraid of you. I don't need to hate you. I don't need to resent you. I don't need to push-pull you. I can just release you. So release is with love. So when you release something with love, see how it's as harmless as a dove. Now, that kind of rhymed, aw. So it's just like releasing the things that aren't you. Okay? Getting the tear out of there, so when you gather up the golden grain that is you, you don't have a bunch of weeds mixed in there. Alright, so it's like, what do you want to wear? The big thick sweater or the puffy jacket? You can't wear like a big thick sweater and then a puffy jacket up. You won't be able to zip the thing. Like wear a thinner, like a thermal underneath, and then or wear like whatever, and then the puffy sweater. Like, right? We're just trying to do it all and have it all, and no, we have to. If we want this over here, then we have to make the sacrifice over there. It's about balance. Can't have it all, and we can't sacrifice it all. We have to have the things that are aligned with who we are, and sacrifice and let go with love the things that aren't us, that we don't need, that we're no longer aligned with, if we ever truly were, because that's before we ever knew what alignment was. So now, in the top one was trust in yourself. So there you go again, and that's 31, which is again a 4. And 31 backwards is 13, and so there you go. Look at all the things that are you. You need to decide what's you, what's not you, release the things that aren't you, keep the things that are, and hold a space for new things to come in that have always been a part of you, that you're reclaiming. And it's all about balance. And that's what Mother Nature and the earth is all about too. That's what God's all about. And balance, partnership. God loves partnership. God loves two things coming together to create that third energy. It creates another tree with more fruit and more seeds, so that all that DNA code, light code in those seeds, God loves it. So this is very fertile ground this next year. It's a 2 year, so it's very fertile ground. And you're going to have the sustenance and the nurturing. Sustenance and nurturing that you need. And I feel many will find that in this coming year, 2018, and reduce this to a 2. So That's a good energy, a good vibration. That's like bringing spirit into form. That's God, Mother, Father coming together. That's the spirit, the conception of earth, okay, the idea of earth and its purity actually being brought forth into form, into her body, into Gaia. Okay, so it's going to be expressed through all this healing of the trees, the animals, the people, the air, the water being cleansed, purified. Okay, so this coming together is on every level, from the atomic to the cosmic. So trust it, but first trust in yourself. Everything starts with the self, and it all starts with a thought. But to have clear thought, you must be centered and balanced. And that's the heart chakra. That's where we're centered and balanced. If this is where we reside, then all chakras are clear. We can access each and every one of them instantaneously. We actually, if we reside in our heart, we just become this column of light. We can travel up and down to any point along that column of light or spine, okay, all the chakras. Any specific point we want, okay, but it takes being balanced in the heart. It's just like tennis. Every time you hit a ball, you got to get, no matter how far up at the net or how wide of a shot or what, you got to get back to center baseline. Center baseline every time. And it can be freaking tiring. You keep hitting cross court shots and stuff, but that's the best place to be, because that's where you have the advantage, because that's where you have, that's the fulcrum. That's the best access point, okay, being at center baseline. So I gotta throw a sports analogy in there. So always got to get back to center baseline, run up, hit that ball, get back to center baseline, hit that ball, center baseline, get back to center baseline each and every time, and you will find yourself in better and better and better spiritual shape. Yes, more spiritual fitness. We're toning our spiritual muscles, and a lot of that I think is going to have to do with this expansion, no longer being this. We're going to become we're going to come fully into ourselves, okay? Cosmically, on a cosmic level, all the way down, birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees, seeds that are you and me, little sproutlings, little sprigs of God. Okay, that's enough. I love you guys. Peace and blessings.